the one bad result. There's more than just the one bad regional that's got me worried for them. They also got round one in the Monaco Gaming Show. They went 0-2 in the RL Summit, which Dignitas went on to win. They got swept in one of the group stages this year. There've been, I think, most of the events since that regional win for Top Blokes have been bad ones. I'd say 4 out of the 5 that they've played have been bad, results. And when you get that many, really disappointing results for a team at Top Blokes level, you have to take note of it. And now, with Dignitas in the upswing, they've been playing very well in a lot of those tournaments. Yeah, pressure's on.
Not a single top 4 appearance for Top Blokes since they won that second regional. Let's try and put that behind them here. As, despite the fact that the last few months have not quite been what they're after, this tournament's worth double. And at the end of the day, you perform here, you're going to be all happy, as Flame couldn't quite see the ball through the smoke screen. That's good enough for one.
And already Dignitas starting to have success. Great play there with the offensive pressure. Like you mentioned, that secondary application of the demo is that smoke screen. And it was a perfectly placed smoke screen. Obviously a bit, fortunate, but really well played by Dignitas nonetheless to get that play going. Now the back left kickoff has gone straight to Jorius, threatens a flip reset. Violent Panda skips past 2. It's actually an uncontested shot for Jorius or Jack, but neither of them decided to push up for that one. It's a great pass from Panda. Deserved to have somebody waiting in the middle for it. Now Panda's actually centered the ball for Top Blokes. I don't think Top Blokes were expecting that, so nobody was in position to really send it on target quickly.
Oh, now an infield over to apparently Jack, just a little bit behind him. Would have preferred to run onto the shot just a little bit more, but there's no one on the goal line! And it's in for Panda. He's got his second. And Top Blokes have got nobody in the rotation.
Yeah, this is just not well timed by Top Blokes. We have Casio and we have Archie off to get boosted at the exact same time. And you need to have somebody ready to cover the goal in that play. You can't both go and grab boost. That's like a ranked mistake right there, where everybody goes to get boosted at the same time.
One of them went for a boost pad that wasn't there.
I didn't actually see if the boost was missing, but it may have been a case where they were trying to time the respawn to the exact moment. I know that that's something that most high-level players are doing. They've got just a internal a mental note of when the boost is going to respawn, and they'll pick it up exactly as it does. But the decision to do that is just a very amateur mistake. It's just far too risky to leave the net wide open and almost hope that the shot isn't going to go on target. Like, come on, Top Blokes, you need to be better than this. Dignitas are better. As Violent Panda slams in another one.
That is a hat-trick for Violent Panda. 3 goals for him. And it only took him just over 2 minutes to do it. Compared to the last series that we had 6 players that took close to 13 minutes to score 3 before ruining my dreams with a 4th one, but we won't talk about that. Out to the back. Casio has got to try and turn that in. And as you can hear from Johnny, Top Blokes.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's worry time.
I mean, I keep saying it, and I know not everybody listening believes it, because Top Blokes won regional number 2, and a lot of a lot of the fans watching this won't have seen anything except regional 3 since then. But Top Blokes have been struggling. They have not looked great in pretty much every other tournament that they've played, apart from that one. And they don't look great here either. That's another shot off target, and nobody's there to stick it in at the back post. Top Blokes have got to score. They really just badly need a goal right now to get some kind of momentum going. So yeah, I'm not listening into their comms, but I can imagine it can't be all that positive right now.
Well, they need something to go their way. They've got to get themselves a goal. If not to get back into this game, then at least just to pick them up. I heard Panda say earlier on that, that playstyle we got used to seeing, that very defensive, grind out for victories style, isn't going to be something that they're going to stick to forever. It just was something that they needed.
Yeah.
But right now, we know that they can do it. And it would just be a case of watching Top Blokes fall apart. And right now, you could see it happening.
And, the only question mark always for Dignitas in terms of like mechanics and speed will be Violent Panda. He's the veteran of the team. He brings a ton to this team with experience and, with his knowledge of where to be and how to play Rocket League 3v3. There's never going to be a question about Jorius and Jack's mechanical ability. So with Panda scoring 3 And, you know, 3 very, very confidently struck shots already. That's your one question about Dignitas offense answered. You know, they're going to be better mechanically than Top Blokes if Panda can keep it at this level, because there's no doubt in my mind Jack and Jorius are you know, a bit better than Top Blokes when it comes to mechanics. The edge that Top Blokes used to have was their synergy. It was their positioning, and just how well they gelled together and brought the best out of each other. That's not happening right now.
I've always known that Panda has got one of the best brains in Rocket League. That in-game IQ is second to none. When he was talking about chemistry, you got the feeling that a lot of it was him talking about himself there as well, because you know he's going to just allow Jorius and Jack to do whatever they want to do. And it's up to him to just, the more he plays them, the more he's going to start gauging, okay, I can be here, this is how much I can sort of attack in these positions. I know how long these players are going to now take to actually recover from others. You know, it takes that time to start figuring out how much can I run the risk at the other side of the field, but you can already see Violent Panda is starting to get a good idea of what he can and can't risk. And in game 1, it has been a shutout. Flame tries to get over to Archie. Maybe they can get just 1 goal for themselves. But game 1 is decisively Dignitas's.
Very impressive. Very, very impressive by Dignitas. I think they could have shown up in this game and played kind of like the vitality performance that we saw in the series before this, and they still would have won. Because Top Blokes, just like Team Queso, struggling to hit the target. The shooting is just not at the high enough quality. And then you take a look at what Violent Panda's produced in this game. Stunning accuracy, hit with confidence, every single shot just underneath the crossbar. He's taking the shots early and he's hitting them hard on target. That is exactly what Top Blokes need to be doing. You know, if they can't step it up massively in terms of their aerial game and in terms of their striking, they are going to struggle here. Because Dignitas, like you said, they can adapt. They don't need to play like this. They don't need to play an aerial focused game. They can play a much better ground game than Top Blokes as well. They've got that brick wall defense if they want to just you know, turtle it up after getting a couple of games in the series underway. We're gonna have to wait and see, but you know, the first question is, will Top Blokes actually show up today? They've not shown up in the majority of tournaments this year, and I'm very worried for them. This is you know, not the performance that they need. If they lose to Dignitas, that's fine. They can still make day 2. They can still make a deep run in this tournament.
Oh no!
And they need to play better than they are right now. That's a complete whiff on the back wall, and Jorius is first to it.
Well, the analytical term for this is a whoops, and there comes Jorius to finish it off. We know what Jorius is capable of mechanically. He did not need any of them to turn that one in, and after a full minute to try and recollect themselves, Top Blokes, within 6 seconds, are right back where they found themselves. Dignitas need to be relentless here. They need to send that message to the rest of the tournament that it wasn't just a spell for them. They are the Dignitas of old. They are a team to be just scared of all the time.
I mean, just to add to the list of things that we need to praise about Dig right now, I'll get to what I was about to say in a second. First of all, let's appreciate this fake.
It's a praise machine gun at the moment.
Oh, that's just gorgeous. He calls it, he's missing this. Jack comes in for the free shot, 2-0, easy as you like. But now we get to talk about something else Dignitas have been crushing. Kickoffs. Absolutely hats off to Dignitas practice. It's got to be Verge and the drawing board there, figuring out how to, you know, outplay Top Blokes in the kickoff. Dignitas are netting possession after the majority of these, and they've had some really creative ways to do it. We've had fakes, we've had intentional losses to the back left corner, back right corner. I want to see every team in the entire world taking notes right now, because kickoffs are something that are absolutely, you know, it's disgusting how under-practiced they are. It's the only set piece in the game, guys. Take a look at what Dignitas are able to do with it.
I like the difference between us, Johnny, where you get really passionate about kickoffs, a genuinely helpful part of the game, as we see it never enter. Oh my. Well, it's been a full 12 seconds since we last praised Dignitas. I feel like it's time for another one.
Yep, forfeit. That's the play right now. Top Blokes needs to just get out of this lobby before it gets ugly. This is go next right now. They haven't had anything. Yeah, they've had nothing in this series. You know, it's really worrying right now. I mean, I was low-key worried about them coming into this major. Now I'm very, very high-key worried about them. This is, you know, they're getting totally outplayed in every single aspect of the game. Even the one aspect of the game that they were supposed to at least be even in, or maybe better, you know, that aerial game and that offensive, you know, play that they're usually able to bring to the table with the shots
against Dignitas.
Well,
this is the team that made that popular.
Your infield passing your last man, you know you're running a big risk there. It's probably necessary when you're down by this much, but like I said, it's time to go next. Top Blokes just haven't got any chance here.
What I want to say earlier on is that Johnny gets very passionate about a actually useful part of the game when it comes to kickoffs. I only shared the same passion today when we were talking about triple 1-0 games. So it shows the priority list, and the priority for Dignitas has been to smash smash the crossbar. Certainly undertaken a bit of that. Great stop there from apparently Jack. They don't want to allow anything. And I believe one for the statisticians out there would be, have we ever seen 2 perfect sweeps in a row featuring 4 different teams?
How does 10 unanswered goals sound? That's what I would expect right now. You know, another 3 for Dig. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. Almost a chance there for Archie. You know, credit to Top Blokes. They are not giving up here. They've had a couple of good chances. We saw Cassio rattle the crossbar, then Archie almost found his way through right now. But beware, every time Dig come forward, they look threatening. They look like they're going to score, to be honest, every time they attack. And you can't really say the same about Top Blokes. Their accuracy is improved, but not improved enough.
We've only just made it to the halfway point here of game number 2.
Oh,
Panda. I think Panda has taken it as an insult that people say he's not up there mechanically. I think, you know, in the back of his mind, he'll know. But he's one of those players that you just know uses any sort of negative talk about him to motivate himself to play better. As Flame is going to come in. Surely one. Oh my goodness! Violent Panda shuts the door down. And Dignitas remain with the clean sheet. It's got to win. Violent Panda one more time. And he will see the ball away. Oh, Top Blokes. This is just insult after insult being thrown their way by the Dignitas gameplay. This is painful to try and play against.
Oh my goodness. Panda has completely wound back the years. He is dismantling Top Blokes single-handedly. Oh my goodness, Shogun. Mechanically, mentally, completely destroyed every single aspect of this game.
Cassio is turned into a pretzel, and his teammate is turned into scrap heap. Violent Panda.
That's unreal.
He's not going extinct anytime soon.
He's scored a hat-trick in game 1. He's got 4 assists in this game, and none better than that one we just saw. If that's not in the top 3 plays of the day, I don't know how good the goals are going to be that are still to come today. I mean, there's nothing in Vitality Queso, that's for sure. If that was anywhere near that level.
Look, just one goal too many fantastic in that series, if anything.
I know.
Don't talk to me once we're done today.
So that's 8 unanswered goals. Top Blokes have actually played a reasonable end to this game offensively. They've had Dignitas in the back foot. They've forced Panda to make some unreal saves. And, you know, the whole Dignitas lineup to, you know, rotate very well. But they haven't put a goal in. And that's a real problem. It's going to start to really, I think, get under their skin the longer it goes on, if it isn't already. I mean,
let's put that into context. They should have scored by now. And that's not us going, oh, you know, Top Blokes completely missed their chance. They took a good one, and Violent Panda just swatted it. He didn't care.
Took a few, yeah.
He's gone really for another player, Cass.
You can't stop him. Yeah, this is just an unbelievable series for Violent Panda. Just,
he's not even smiling. This is
class.
Game day for him.
Pure class as they destroy Top Blokes in game 2. And, you know, like I said earlier, it was a goal next kind of vibe at 3-0. When they went 3-0 down, if this is a ranked game, they're forfeiting immediately because there's nothing good to be gained from playing against Dignitas when Dignitas are already winning 3-0. You're only going to suffer more embarrassment and become more demoralized. And now, I mean, can Top Blokes score a goal? Are we going to see a second perfect sweep today? Dig are the team who are quite well known for doing that.
I'm sure we've got the stats lads out looking for that particular area, but I think it needs to be mentioned at this point. We have had today's matches going on for about an hour now, and only 2 teams have scored across the 4 that we've had on. And even flying under the radar, I can't believe I'm going to say that about this, Jurius got 4.
Yeah.
Like, and that was something we barely got to even look at because Dignitas were just doing great play after great play after great play. Let's just see if we get one more match of it. You know, I feel like I'm not convinced at the moment, Johnny. Okay, maybe if we see it one more time. As for Top Blokes, find a way. Like, you just got to take this a game at a time now. You've got to somehow scrap your way through this one and hope that Dignitas start to sort of fall on the other side, because if there's any one thing we don't know about Dignitas at the moment, it's how well they are going to deal with just a little bit more pressure when the series starts looking like it's not going their way. But the way things are looking right now, we might not have the chance to even answer that.
I mean, we're talking about Violent Panda here, two-time world champion and apparently best player in the world right now based on the last 2 games. And we've got Jack and Jorius. They've been molded in the fires of 1v1. You think that they're going to be worried? Do you think they're going to feel the pressure when they've got teammates?
Look,
think again.
Johnny, my job here is to try and get some sort of doubt onto them. Right now, there is none, and I'm currently scraping the bottom of the barrel just to find anything. Lovely infield pass. Apparently, Jack actually takes it down, fakes out the original shot. Violent Panda now up to the corner, looks at the backboard one more time. Flame will catch it on the half volley, and we are still waiting. Top Blokes to try and get their first goal. Apparently, Jack is blocked on his way through to try and get a second touch. Violent Panda brimming with confidence, as he should be.
I mean, this is probably the most right that anyone's ever been after a pre-game interview. I mean, he said that he feels they've hit a good run of form and they're not just playing that same style. And, you know, I'll be completely honest. Stumpy's prediction's looking great right now. Check out Panda again. That's just free for Jack. Surely 1-0. And that's 9 unanswered goals. Dignitas ahead once again.
Well, 73% of you thought that this was going to be a win for Dignitas. You're looking very right now. Apparently, Jack, Violent Panda and Jorius have taken Top Blokes to task. 1 goal up already, and it just feels like a continuation. This has been all-out offense. Top Blokes have not even seen what the orange side of the field looks like. Finally going to get a chance off the backboard. Surely Violent Panda can't keep it out, and we are not going to see another perfect sweep.
Well, that's huge. I mean, I expected Archie to hit the double, but it's probably better that he didn't, because that's all that Dignitas had eyes on. Cassio just about gets a goal pass. It wasn't pretty, but they've done it. That is the first goal for Top Blokes on the day. And finally, all the Top Blokes fans can breathe. They've been holding their breath for a good long while here. Not sure if that was reaching world record kind of territory. Oh my goodness, what a free flip by Jorius. That was on target and a fair bit of pace on it as well. Here comes Jorius again. That shot's not too great. Straight down the middle, and Flame gladly clears it. Dignitas only too bothered by the 1 goal they conceded. They're right back into it.
Flame clears once again. Jorius to apparently Jack. He's not challenged at all. We did see a backline demo, but Panda will be able to get himself back nice and easily. Almost. Once again for Dignitas, and it has always been that way for them. Now multitude of demos. Jorius by himself easily deals with the pressure.
Oh dear.
Wait, it's just attacking the goal line. Dignitas are all over them. It's off the back one more time. Jorius wants to try and take another chance. Instead, just takes it away from a potential clearing angle for Top Blokes. There's no fear at the moment for Dignitas. They haven't really been given much of a reason to fear anything. Another bump on Flame. They're adding more and more to their gameplay here. Jorius sees apparently Jack. He's not going to get it to him. This has turned into a very physical game all of a sudden from both teams. And for Top Blokes, you know, we've seen them probably get demoed more than Dignitas have so far, but any change is probably a good change for them at the moment. Off the backboard, there comes Panda. Pops it over to himself. He already got Jorius on the backboard. Couldn't quite get it to him. Apparently, Jack's actually made a bit of a mistake. Not going to cost them too much apart from the backboard. Now the shot, it's over and wide from Flame. Just under 2 minutes left here. Top Blokes still hanging on. They're getting a little bit more territory as well.
Yeah, they're getting half chances, and we have seen a couple of slip-ups from Dig with their clears. The pressure is not as relentless as it was earlier on in the series. As Cassio getting back for this, just about hits it off his own post. It came up very, very quick ball at him all of a sudden. This is better from Top Blokes. They're attacking the ball with a lot more confidence, and they're starting to establish their game in the final third, clattering the back wall with hard hits. And now a double commit comes in. Cassio's not got a lot of boosts, and he's going to recover slowly out of this one, but he does get an awkward touch. Well played to keep himself relevant in that one. Here come Dig. Jack has a free shot. Cassio has to just hope it hits the bar. It does. Now Jorius is pre-jumped over the top of the ball. Bit awkward ending for game number 3 from Dignitas. Finally, Top Blokes get something going their way.
Archie. It's a very heavy pop from him. At least gets a 1-for-1 trade. Apparently Jack's clear is now blocked. Archie looks for the back part of the goal. 30 seconds left. Top Blokes just need to find one. I say that. Taking them all the way until game 3 just to get their first of the series. They are looking better as we do trudge along, but they can't afford to concede anything else. That's a bump, which apparently Jack will need to react to very, very quickly. Low boost for him, though. Didn't quite block out Cassio. Farmer Panda challenges Flame over in the corner, gets it back out, over to apparently Jack to take the series, and it's in! Top Blokes have got to get something from the kickoff.
And once again, offloads perfectly, and you already know Jack's scoring this. As soon as you saw him go for the double, I think it was just, it was confirmed. You don't even have to watch if he scored. You can close your eyes, you already know it's 2-1. 4 seconds left, Dignitas lead.
And Dignitas have got the ball for the kickoff, although that miss from apparently Jack lays it off to Archie!
Oh!
And it's in! Top Blokes are not done yet!
Oh my, Jack misses, and Jorius tries to pre-jump Archie's shot, doesn't get in the way of it. Well played, Top Blokes. They've taken their chance. That was the only one they were going to get. They're still in with a hope to come back here. I mean, there's no better way to announce your return to the top of EU competition than a reverse sweep over Dignitas, especially after the start of the day that they've had. So it's still hope for Top Blokes.
Cassio, he didn't look comfortable with it. And Panda, so close. Almost found his angle to try and take this series. Reminder that even if Dignitas lose this, they've still got 2 more games. Apparently Jack, he wants to take it now. Finish it off right here, right now, off the crossbar. No follow-up from Dignitas. They're going to be the ones trying to face their way back to their own side of the field. Cassio for the backboard. Violent Panda already up to meet it. He's going to be low boost now. There was a demo off the backboard one more time. Flame tries to look for the miracle angle, gets it set. And apparently Jack recovers just in time, gets the Octane in head of the ball. And that is finally cleared. Apparently Jack, great play from him. But Top Blokes with their best surge of the entire series. They've got to use it to create something for themselves and force game 4.
It's the passing for Top Blokes. They're really connecting together very well right now. And they're not playing risky passes like they did in game 2. They're not leaving open interceptions available for Dignitas, but Jorius has just faked out the first challenge here, goes straight down the line instead of down the middle. You got to give Dignitas credit. They do clear down to the wing very effectively, hardly ever giving free hits to Top Blokes by just going straight down the center.
Flame smashes his way through over to Jorius. He wants to try and take his solo. Couldn't find the block. Again, pressure on. It drops over. Panda didn't quite have the angle for it. A double commit from Dignitas. Now it's up to try and see if Archie can finish. He hits that post, but Cassio will finish it off. And for the first time in Rocket League history, the post was nice to a player. Dropped straight over to him.
Archie, for goodness sake, my friend, this is not the day to be missing open nets like this. That is a gift, an absolute gift for Top Blokes. Dignitas were leading with 4 seconds left. They had a whiff from apparently Jack, allowing Top Blokes 1 more chance in regulation time, which Top Blokes score. And then we have a double commit from Dignitas as well to give Top Blokes a winning goal. And they've even hit the post on that one and need a cleanup crew to come in and rescue them. Imagine if that just hits the post and rolls up the wall. I mean, come on, Top Blokes. you can't afford to be making it this difficult on yourselves. It's already hard enough as is.
Look, I'm sure for a lot of players out there, and I remember this very specifically during the early days, a lot of players used to say to me, look, you put 3 players trying to charge me down, I'll find the top corner every single time. You give me an open net, a ball that's barely moving towards me, I'm going to have too much time to think. You know,
True,
Rocket League players
true.
don't like that split second to try and line things up. They want it here, they want it now. I think that might be slightly what caught Archie off. The good news for him is he was still the hero of that game. He's still the one that sent them through to the overtime. And we could have ourselves a series depending on how both teams are going to react to that win. Top Blokes, they did look better here. If they can turn into that sort of scrap for the next 10 minutes, maybe it's in the realm of possibility, but it has to be said, still all the chips on the side of Dignitas.
Yeah, it's still a huge chance for Dig. I think they tried to play that more defensive approach in the last game, and it wasn't really working because that did give Top Blokes more space where they were able to connect their passes together without being risky, without having to overextend to get them. So now I'd like to see more aggression from Dignitas, but also, you know, a focus on a grounded aspect of the game is something I've always said about Top Blokes. They don't look all that comfortable defending ground plays. So that's something that Dignitas have obviously got in their back pocket if they want to try and make it happen. Not that Dignitas are afraid of an aerial battle either. They've been very, very comfortable in the air today.
And the major thing for Top Blokes is maybe not even something that they can do, but just hope that Violent Panda is cooled off a little.
Yeah.
You get to see that across the next 5 minutes. Jorius by himself will have the rest of the team finally starting to back him up. Now Flame to the backboard. Harry Jack, what a read from him. Keeps it out of his net. Now pass back over to Flame. He's up, looks to try and put it on net. 2 players available though for Dignitas. You're going to shoot with all 3 players on the goal line. It needs to be the best shot that you can possibly pull off as Jorius shuts down the shooting angle at the last possible moment.
So this is better from Top Blokes. They're threatening shots often enough that Dignitas are crowding the goal. They don't want to, you know, leave any part of that net open. Even if it is just a top corner, you've got to have full coverage. And that's going to make, again, more space for Top Blokes to start infield passing and to start going for those back wall reads. That's actually a drop down from Dig. Flame puts it in. And probably the best looking 2 minutes that we've seen from Top Blokes all day. They're forcing double commits with regularity now. It's not an isolated incident at the end of a game. They're happening enough that Top Blokes can and will capitalize.
All right, here we go. Top Blokes looking to make a series of this. That's the chance, and Violent Panda swipes the ball away from his own net. Panda brought back into the action one more time. Not quite the layoff to Jorius that he was after. As you mentioned, Johnny, very, very good opening 2 minutes from Top Blokes. The sort of 2 minutes that you play and you start wondering, well, why didn't we do this in the opening? We know we're capable of this. And they do now have to try and deal with the situation they find themselves in. Clear from Jorius. He's got to apparently Jack, who sees the ball just sail past him. These passing plays connecting so well. Archie finds it from the midfield.
What a shot by Archie. It's like you said, you know, never give an open net to a Rocket League player. Give them a really tough shot that they have to hit over an early challenge. They'll hit it every time, especially Archie. Really brilliant stuff there. But, you know, Jorius in that play was just, he was doing a bit of a chameleon impression on the sidewall. He's just blending in there, not really doing a whole lot of anything. Dignitas have become a bit more stationary, and you know, they're definitely aware that Top Blokes have risen to the occasion here. They're probably also aware of the fact that they've definitely threw away that third game. They've thrown away a sweep here. So they've just got to step it up again. They were producing absolute magic in the first 2 games. Since then, Dignitas have not really been at the same level.
Jorius just could not find any sort of timing that would work to keep that away from the block. Archer already up. Over the ceiling reset, takes it back down. It's now set up for Flame. Wants to go off the backboard one more time, but Jorius ready and waiting for it. He's got to get over the top of Cassio. He's managed to do so, but there's the second wave of offense. Archie waited for the challenge and took his chance.
And Dignitas are just in such a chaotic position right now. We've got Violent Panda throwing himself at the ball there. That leaves Jack alone in defense. He doesn't really know if he should be challenging or staying in net. And the lack of options that Dignitas have got in defense is really starting to cause them problems. They don't have that full kind of coverage that most high-level defenses will try to have. Even, you know, the defense that they've been well known for. You know, someone on the back wall, somebody challenging the ball, somebody closing down the passing option. They've, you know, just been all trying to get involved in the play as quickly as possible. The communication for Dig seems to be a problem right now.
You know, there's a huge part of me right now, Johnny, that really wishes I committed earlier on to saying that if things start going bad for Dignitas, you talked me out of it, and I'll never forgive you for that. Just off the post, and nobody available for the follow-up. Archie breaks away. He's got 2 players to try and beat with 0 boost. Very unlikely, no matter the fact that Dignitas are starting to tumble away from their form. Archie again looks to try and find the net. That would have been his hat trick. 1 minute left here. Champions Field looks like it's calling to both of these teams. Archie, very smart. Back to his own corner. Give yourself loads of space and play it out. And Joris can't quite catch it the way he was after. You know, you would have expected at some point Dignitas were going to just drop off the pace a little bit. It's very difficult to play at that level the entire time. That is, you know, World Championship winning level that we saw them in the first 2 games. But this is quite a heavy drop-off right now. Violent Panda gets over to apparently Jack. Yeah, this game is done.
Yeah, it's been a really problematic game for Dignitas defensively. Every single goal that they've conceded has a bit of an element of their own problems that they're creating for themselves. Top Blokes have taken their chances. This is the biggest difference from Top Blokes now and Top Blokes earlier in the series. They're actually hitting the target, they're hitting it with confidence, and that has really exposed the communicative weaknesses that Dignitas have had in this game. And that is something that Dignitas really can't afford to continue showing off here. Our Top Blokes are going to dismantle them in Game 5. And what a weird series this has been. Absolute, like, monstrous throw by Dig to even be in this position in the first place. But now that they are there, it looks like Top Blokes have got full momentum. Like, just crazy scenes here between these 2 teams.
It's one of those series where if you're a Dignitas fan, you hate it. If you're a Top Blokes fan, you hate it. If you're a neutral fan, you love it. This is one of those sort of series that it is impossible to try and figure out. Have Top Blokes got it in them to reverse sweep the red hot Dignitas, or Dignitas gonna bounce back because they got smashed in that Game 4. They never really looked to be at their usual level, and they've got to try and figure that out now.
Yeah, this is the time to show, you know, if they really are in a contender for this event. Because if Dignitas get reverse swept here against the Top Blokes who are not playing even at their top form, which is not even at the level of a top form BDS, then I don't think Dignitas are going to be a challenge for BDS at all. And I want to reiterate, this isn't even peak Top Blokes. I think what we saw there was a clinical Top Blokes, but it was nothing special by their standards. Top Blokes in the second regional at the end of 2021, or at the end of 2020, I should say, were way better than this. They were more of a full package, and they weren't relying on defensive mistakes. They were actually just straight up forcing them. They were forcing goals. The one good thing for Top Blokes here, and the one thing I know all the Top Blokes fans are going to be very happy to see, is the level of involvement that Archie had in their offense in Game 4. He has been the talisman for Top Blokes. He's been the guy that they look to every time that they need a goal, every time that they need someone to step up and have a world-class performance. And they need him to do that right now. You know, meanwhile, Dignitas, they're looking at Violent Panda to just put on another hard carry, because apparently when he's not showing up, absolutely world-class level in terms of offense, then Dignitas don't really have the capability to put in a lot of goals.
You can see the Ford F-150 setting us up for this game number 5. And what a Game 5 it should be. Loads of questions to answer for both teams. And either team losing it will feel like they missed out on a major opportunity to get through to that upper semi-finals. Apparently Jack, according to Action, that's such a horrid bounce to read, but he's still gone for it. Casio with Archie over on the wall. Hasn't quite got the accuracy to get that over to him. Flame can follow this, but just clipped on the way. Casio out to Archie with the chance, and right down the middle, Violent Panda gets it.
Yes, Violent Panda again showing up clutch for his team. He is left alone in defense against a completely uncontested shot, and he's kept it out. Now, the shot was straight at him. Here comes another one. This time, Jack's got it. But yeah, Dignitas are giving away possession a lot more freely and a lot more easily than they were earlier on in the series, despite you know, the defense stepping up, at least until now. That's a minute where they haven't double committed. So start for Dignitas on the road to stopping the reverse sweep. Oh, wow. Well, sometimes to go forwards, first you have to go backwards. And that is exactly what Dignitas have just done there. What a back pass to set up the passing play from Jorias. Showing wisdom well beyond his years there. 1-0 Dig finally get back in the winning ways.
Now up by 1. Apparently Jack looks to try and set up for number 2. As Jorias dances around the defense. Panda back into the midfield. Cassio over to his own backboard. Jorias will happily try and attack that one, but it's a booming clear over to Archie. Chases it down. And Top Blokes don't want to give up. They're happy just to dive on in, and it's cost them here. Jorias, they will escape. Archie avoids being demoed. A bump on the Violent Panda does give Archie that little space that he needed to get rid, and there's nobody back. I don't think anyone was expecting that one, but it is still going to be 1-0. Not the best pass of it to Archie, and the shot is just slightly off.
What?
Archie will make sure of it.
Well, that was not a great display from either team. We see a complete giveaway of possession straight down the middle by Top Blokes. Somebody tell these guys to stop clearing the ball down the center of the field. Got to go to the side with that one. But Dignitas have missed an open net. That would have been a huge second goal there. Dignitas look comfortable when they can get a couple goals in front. And there's at least still that 1 goal in front. Pressure's on Top Blokes. They're not getting any free goals as of yet from Dignitas. And like I said, in the last game, it was mostly Dignitas making mistakes and Top Blokes capitalizing on them. Can Top Blokes force a mistake? Here's an opportunity. Cassio puts it in. And that is the kind of passing we need to see from Top Blokes. They have, again, responded to Dignitas.
And you're after a mistake. Violent Panda's clear was not powerful enough. Archie and Cassio make sure he is punished for it. Just over 2 minutes left here. In a series that could define how the rest of the season goes for both of these teams. Top Blokes desperately want a win. They desperately want to recorrect course. Cassio looks for it. And Jorias, quick as you like with the reaction. He's now got Flame set up one-on-one. Oh, couldn't quite get there, Flame.
Wow.
I love that. Don't try one-on-one, Jorias. Just slam your face into it as quickly as you possibly can.
Yeah, really. You'd expect Jorias to do a lot more in that position than he did. I was just expecting a monster of a flick surely there. But yeah, then again, Top Blokes are known for pre-jumping in defense, so you might have been hoping for one of them and then try and force it low with a 50-50. But you know, either way, huge by Flame to neutralize Jorias in a solo play. They're few and far between in 3v3, but when they happen, you don't want to run into Jorias.
You mentioned how Top Blokes like to pre-jump. Usually this has been pre-jumping everything for them in this game 5. They want to leave it all on the table. They want to really take the fight to Dignitas, and I think that's the right decision. We've seen what happens when Dignitas get their pace going. Instead, keep on the back foot. Keep them to that slower play style that we've got in the last 2 games. Maybe you can get yourself your chance over to the backboard. Apparently Jack's waiting for it. Demos Jorias, and that removes the chance for the follow-up. Heads up from Top Blokes. And they get rid of the danger before it's really there. Now Archie over the top. There's nobody back. There's just going to get Violent Panda, who will be able to deal with a shot that was a little bit off target. 45 seconds. And this is open for either team.
Yeah, that's terrifying for Dignitas, seeing Archie just flying forward with nobody attacking him early. He's really stepped up here, proven to be a huge threat. Actually, all of Top Blokes are terrifying Dignitas whenever they're advancing. Dignitas are the ones who are forced to just throw themselves at the ball and hope to make contact. Jorias has to just follow this up himself. There's no way that that's a safe infield pass. Who's the last chance of the game going to fall to? Jack tested again. He didn't pass the test in game 3. Missed the ball and lost Dignitas' lead. This time he will make contact. Passes back to Panda. Great cover there. Great helping out Jack in that position. Panda, again, huge for Dig. One more chance of the game, though, for Top Blokes. It's Flame. And now it's actually into the ground. It was close, though. Just a hair away from a catch. But overtime, game 5 is where we'll decide the upper bracket match.
From near a perfect sweep to 1 goal away, which team is going to be able to take this? Panda isn't going to get it too far, but I think Flame probably should have left that for Cassio, who was behind him with a better angle. Back out again. Cassio looks to try and follow. Calls in Archie. Dances around the first player. Almost takes a Panda. And if that ball was rolling in, that could have been very difficult to recover. Boom and clear from Jorias. It's up to Archie to get rid. And it's off the post. Both teams looking so shaky defensively, but neither team has capitalized just yet.
Yeah, that was a huge hit from Joria's aerial shot from his own half. Was over the last defender, but the post saves Top Blokes once again. They are so close to losing this series, but they're hanging on. And they get some kind of offensive play going. Here's Flame. He misses his near post rebound, but here's the follow-up from Cassio. He's hit the bar.
What?
Cassio misses the target. Once again, Top Blokes accuracy lets him down.
How is this not over? Joris again with a booming clear. Saw Violent Panda getting harassed on his back line. Here's Joris to finish it off. What a save by Archie. Gets it cleared as well. No follow-up available for Dignitas because Archie is a monster in the goal line.
That was a huge clear as well, getting a bit of distance on the ball to buy his teammates time to get back. Now Jorius has to take a 50. He's got no momentum, and Cassio tries to work the ball into the middle again. It does go center, but Jorius clears. Archie's waiting for the bounce here. He's got Cassio as an option. Cassio beats Jack to the punch, but the return pass is too far away from Archie.
Archie waiting for it. He's got the boost to take this the whole way. That first touch is just a little bit too heavy. I think this is a series that will come out with more questions than answers, but the only answer I want at the moment is who's going to get it? Who's going to take their team through to the upper semifinals? That demo is going to relieve some of the pressure right now for Top Blokes. Archie's not messing around right now. Every touch from Archie is just hit as hard as he possibly can. He does not want that ball in the blue side of the field.
Yeah, well, Dignitas are sitting deep, so they've got a bit of space to wait for those bounces, take the hits early, but yeah, it's that speed from Archie. My goodness, is he up the pace here. Panda leaves the ball for, or rather, Panda receives the ball that Joria's left. That's great communication from Dig. They've definitely calmed down in this game compared to the last. But Top Blokes finally here to play. Took a while for them to warm up today, but it looks like they are definitely at a competitive level. It seems like Joria's versus Archie right now. They're the guys who are having the most success getting the ball past opposition players.
Jorius would have wanted that more on target. Try and force an answer out from Flame, who does leave it actually for Panda to try and win.
Wow.
Both teams being very brave with some options.
Why would you? Oh, what a pass!
Ah, Jorius! And apparently Jack have come up with magic to take the series!
That is just unbelievable.
What?
World class from Jorius and Jack in Game 5. It was Jack who missed the ball in Game 3 and threw away Dignitas' chance for the perfect sweep, but he reads Jorius to perfection. I mean, these guys have played together for a long, long time, way before they teamed on Dignitas. They've known each other on the PlayStation. They've switched over to Steam. They've both, confirmed their status as top-tier players. And now here they are doing it at the absolute highest level against one of the best teams in the world. What a perfect way for this to end. If Dignitas lost this, it would have been such a throw, a monumental throw, but they've really got it together here at the end. The two youngsters for Dig finishing off what Panda started in games 1 and 2.
So we've had ourselves a perfect sweep and we've had ourselves a 5-game classic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the European Major. We're just getting started here at the moment. My goodness, Johnny, really I can't. There's so many talking points. I'm so glad I'm not on the desk next because there's just so much to try and break down.
Crazy.
Thankfully, when we come back from break, we're going to calm you down with a little bit of an easier series. Oh, wait, no, it's BDS against Vitality. We'll see you in a few.